So for a school project, I decided to make a game, and I also made a video for it too, so I decided to share the video here as well. So for my project, I decided to make a game in Unity, but the problem is, I have no idea how to use Unity, so I googled how to use Unity, and I found this 3-hour long tutorial where this person walks you through on how to make a game, and I watched all of it at 2 times speed. So now I know how to make knockoff Angry Birds, but the thing is, I don't want to make knockoff Angry Birds, but at least I know where to start now. So first I needed a character, so I added this character. Yeah, I drew that. It's definitely not the main character from a game called Crosscode, and I found this on the internet, which is a picture of every single animation the character can perform. So the first thing I did was make it so that the character can walk, and it even plays a correct animation depending on where the player is moving. I then wanted some walls, so I built some level 1 walls from Clash of Clans, and as you can see, the player can't run through the wall, so that's pretty good. I then wanted to add a background, so I added the Brawl Stars lobby, but it was just a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I then realized that the character needs a weapon, so I added this sword. I made it so that it swings when you press the space bar. I then made the sword follow the player, and it even swings in 4 directions now. Look how excited I am because it took like 2 days to figure out how to make. So the player needs something to swing the sword at, so I added an enemy, which is this drone. It's not actually from a game, I just downloaded it from a website, but I'm keeping it because I had to make an account to get this. I then made it so that the enemy can get hurt, which is kind of mean, but when he runs out of health, he dies. But the problem was, it just kept on dying. But I somehow figured it out, and now it only dies once. Okay, now that I have an enemy, I need to make it shoot at me. So I coded that, and nothing happened. And then I looked outside my game view, and there were a million bullets flying off the screen. So I did the logical thing, and I placed some walls in front of the bullets so that they would bounce off and fly towards me. I then figured out how to make the bullets shoot from the enemy, but as you can see, it's not really shooting in the correct direction, and I don't think it should be going that fast. And after I figured out how to make the bullet shoot towards the player, everything was working normally. And then I realized that the bullet wasn't facing the right direction, so I tried to make it so that the bullet will face the direction of the player, and then I spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to do it, and it still doesn't work. And that's why all the bullets are circles now. I then made it so that the character can die. Did you know that in Crosscode, the player can die too? That means that there's an animation of this person dying. So I stole it. It made it so that when the player dies, they just fall off the screen, kind of like in Mario. And it's definitely not because I tried to make something that looks similar to the way you die in Crosscode, and it just broke my entire program, so I gave up. And then I created a health bar for the player so that you actually know how much health you have. I even made it so it changed color depending on how much health you have left. Wow, that's so cool. I didn't know you were that good at making health bars. Yeah, I just copied everything step by step from this tutorial. Like, I even stole the health bar picture. Okay, but what about the enemies? They need a health bar too, right? No, they don't. And, the reasoning is because in real life, you don't know how much health your enemies have. I then made the camera follow the player, so now you can explore the beautiful Brawl Stars lobby. Well, actually, you can't because I finally decided to replace it. I wanted to add a dungeon floor, but I couldn't find any, so that's why the game now takes place in space. Okay, so now it's finally time to start designing levels. I designed a total of 5 levels, and the way to beat each level is to kill all the enemies. And for the 5th level, I made a boss. I then realized that I made the game way too hard, because you're only allowed to get hit 3 times before you die. And I was going to make an easy mode option, where the player has much more health, but I tried to make a menu where you choose the difficulty, but it just doesn't work, and I don't know how to get it to work. And for some reason, it did something where in the first level, if you stand right here, the enemies can't hit you now, and I don't know how to fix it, so it's just gonna stay like that. I made it so that everyone gets to play on easy mode, because I know that 75% of the people who play my game won't even make it past the 2nd level if I don't. After that, I added some text that'll teach you how to play the game, and I added a secret for when you beat the game. Okay, this is the part where I talk about exporting the game, but I made some changes. First, the game was still way too hard, so I made an easier version where the player has double the health and only takes 2 shots to kill the enemies. And I uploaded both these versions to Google Drive. I also made a Mac version, but I don't have a Mac, so I don't know if it works. So in case you want to play the game, I'll link a Google Drive link in the description, And just click the download button next to the folder for the version you want to play. If you downloaded the Windows version, extract the file, and then click on the folder, and then click on unitygame.exe, and it should run the game. And if you have the Mac version, I don't know, good luck. Okay, that's it, bye.